Okay everybody, this is July 3rd. Just want to give everyone a quick update on what the garden looks like and what the yard looks like. First, I'm going to give my chicken this frozen chunk of watermelon. And they have gotten into my garden area that they're not supposed to be in, and they decided to hunker down over here where it is nice and shaded and cool, but where I prefer that they not be. Hey guys, here you go. Put it on here. There. So this is frozen. We have 8 hens. We have 3 cochin. Those are the 3 with the black necks. We've got one, what is he? Barnvelder, one Easter egger, and a silky, and then this big one here, Lucy, is an Orpington. So they go crazy over the watermelon. This is the first time I've given it to them frozen, so they're probably trying to figure out what's going on. But it is Texas. It is, I don't know, today's not that bad. It's maybe 90 degrees outside. I need to figure out what I want to do with this area. This is how we bought it, but it's they kind of took this little alleyway between the house and the fence, and they put a little roof over the end of it. And right now I just kind of use it to store stuff, like these old tomato cages that I got from a homestead about 20 minutes from us. And got my chicken wire. This just came off of here. Not really sure why they do that, why they have it come away so far from the house. But since this area does stay shaded, for Christmas my wife got me a mushroom log, so this is where I leave the mushroom log. I don't know to what extent it will actually work, because it is so hot here, but we'll find out. So here's the chicken. They've been fine all summer. We got them in February, so they are about 4.5 months old now. Haven't started laying any eggs. In fact, we've had trouble getting them to go inside the coop at night, and instead they want to sit on top of the coop. But I don't want to do that because like a couple weeks ago I found a possum inside their coop at night, so I had to yank that out and toss it to the side. And then we have like cats and raccoons and other possums that our Ring backyard camera picks up. So I'd really want them to be inside the coop. I did kind of seal up where I feel the possum got in, so it can't get in anymore. I think there was a gap from the between the run and the coop from probably settling of the mulch that I had underneath. So fix that up. I'm gonna take a look at that in a second. So here's the rest of the storage area. Ooh, what is wrong with the white? Okay. Alright, so we have our Japanese maple here. This, I think, is cucumber. This volunteered, and I'm really surprised that it's growing, because I was using this to kind of just hold all of the chunks of clay that I was digging up from the yard. So this is going in just like pure, hard, tough clay right now. But I'm pretty sure that's cucumber, because it looks like the cucumber we planted last year. We do have some weeds. This is the volunteer squash. It's got a bunch of flowers on there, but no fruit just yet. I just brought some of the old tomato cages over here to hold it up for it to climb on. This is our pink lemonade tree that we got for like $25 or something from Home Depot a couple years ago. because it's all janky shaped. It had a lot of flowers on it and it smells really good, but no fruit on it. I think it was growing a couple, but I think either the chickens or some kind of animal got to them because they aren't there anymore. This giant bush thing is wisteria. I don't know what to do with this because it just keeps growing everywhere. It is pretty though, and it's growing over the fence, so they get the nice pretty wisteria flowers each spring. Got the rose bush. So this is a first raised bed. This is the tomato we got from Tractor Supply. It is not doing well in the summer heat. It did have a bunch of fruit on it, but then I think the chickens ate it. But as you can see, it's really struggling compared to the other two tomato plants. This is one of the tomatoes that we grew from seed, and it, looks healthy enough, but no fruit on it. Again, I don't know if it's growing fruit and then the chickens are just eating it. This is another tomato we got from Tractor Supply. Looks very healthy and thick, but no fruit on it right now. I think it had some fruit, and again, I think something ate it. Probably the chickens, maybe the raccoon that I've seen come by here at night. Here is a spicy chili pepper plant. It had a bunch of flowers, but again, I think the chickens are eating the peppers. There's a couple of them on there that I can see right now, but otherwise the chickens like to sit in my beds, and it's destroying my plants. Here is a bell pepper, and there's like one growing right here that's actually starting to turn red, which is interesting. It's very small, but no other ones on there, and no peppers I can see on this serrano pepper plant. And we got those from Tractor Supply. These are the okra that I got the seeds from our okra from last year. So at the end of the season, the okra, I just let the okra plant grow, and I just left the pods on there. And after over winter and into spring, that's when I opened up the pods and planted the seeds down. And that's what all these are. All of these are okra. So looks like it's growing okay, but I definitely took too long to plant them. These are seeds we got from Baker Creek. These are, I think, some of these are the long bean, like yard long bean. So like that one over there is a yard long. I think that's a yard long. I can't remember what these other ones are. I think it's a bitter melon. So we got bitter melon and yard long. Again, these beds, I got these 4 beds. These are 4x8s, and these were about 3 sets from Costco, and they're these modular sets, and each set came with 8 sides and 8 corners. So I bought 3 sets in order to make 4 of the 4x8s, and I filled them with wood chips, soil, and alpaca manure. This is the bed where I had the chitting potatoes. So we bought potatoes from the store. They started to sprout inside, so I just threw them in here and buried them, and just completely forgot about them. Didn't maintain them at all, and they grew really big, and then they just started to fall over. And this is before the chickens got over on this side. So I don't know, they're still growing. They're just growing, falling over. And there's one of the long beans. It's just growing up there. My elephant ears are not doing well in the summer. And this is the composting tumbler I got from Aldi for, I want to say it was like 35 bucks or so, 40 bucks. I don't know, it seems really dry in there. I don't know how well it's actually working. Alright, so let's take a look at the chicken coop. Okay, over on the other side of the yard, this is the blueberry plant. It still looks about the same as last time. Some of the leaves are drying out. I'm watering it, but I don't know. doesn't seem to be doing very well. I got this as a gift from my in-laws, and I am not even really sure that it's blueberry, but that's what they told us it is. We just put it in the ground. This is our Asian pear tree. It's doing really well, and it keeps like it'll grow like this and suddenly shoot vertically up. So I don't know if we want to. I don't know what we want to do with this. It's growing in a weird shape, but it's got a ton of fruit on here. I keep telling my wife that we need to cut some of this so that it can divert more energy to growing bigger fruit, but she does not want to do that. So we got like a ton of just little fruit that don't seem to be growing any bigger. Over here is the chicken coop and the run. Put this blanket on top to give them some shade. Again, this is the playhouse that we converted to the coop. It looks really janky right now because I am continuously working on it. Over here on this side, we got hardware cloth covering everything. This side is our nesting box, and I have the ceramic egg in there. Those are not real eggs. Those are ceramic eggs to kind of train the chickens that that's where they are supposed to lay eggs. But what I'm finding is that they just they were just all 7 of them were all just shoving themselves in here at night, and just this is where they sleep instead of anywhere else in the coop. This is what the inside looks like, again covered by hardware cloth. I left the windows open, but of course with the hardware cloth, but I wanted to leave a lot of opening so that there's good air circulation instead of being overheated. But I don't know, since they'd like to be right here, I wonder if they really care about being too warm. And if they do, I might as well just cover some of these windows up so that there's less air circulation, but maybe that's what they want. See, I just put that in there the other day just to give them somewhere to roost. We have the run that I built out of scrap wood. And this is probably the biggest difference, is this front. So I'm redoing this front. So now it's one big panel and it fits right in here. So we don't have to keep like pulling the hardware cloth on and off, as that was a temporary solution. This is also temporary until I can make it to the hardware store to get a hinge. I am disabled and can't drive, so my ability to get resources is pretty limited. But we got these feeders, the feeder and the waterer. Those seem to be working really well, and that's how the chickens are getting in. Yeah, and then this is just where they like to hang out. And we got 6 new rose bushes altogether. We just planted those. Hopefully we see those getting big soon. And that's about it. That is our backyard homestead. July 4th, actually today's the 4th. July 4th, 2022. Thanks everybody.